Okay, this is another North America playoff. This is Conquista Roar versus the Stinkers. The Conquista-Roars are Germany and Italy, and the Stinkers are France and the UK. Anyways, it seems as though France is now invading Spain, and Italy is invading Algeria. Germany is invading the Netherlands, and the UK is yet to do anything. Germany has made 2 red factories, and those would be the first factories in the game so far. I have to say, the Germans blitzkrieg the Netherlands so quickly, I didn't even... Huh. 5 months. I'm assuming that they will be going for Poland next, although I'm not too sure. Yep, Poland. It seems as though in many of the matches, the German player always goes for the Netherlands and Poland, and the UK player usually goes for Belgium, or Denmark, or the Netherlands if they were fast enough. As I just said, the UK invades Belgium. However, unlike in many games, Italy has invaded Algeria. We've only seen this happen, well, I've only seen this happen once before, and I can't remember whether or not it was good for Italy or not. Either way, France is auto-capping Spain, but not with their full army. I don't know what that's all about, but ah well. The German are blitzing through Poland. Not at a significant speed, but still quite fast. Italy's just sitting there in Rome, invading Algeria. Alright. Well, France just spammed a bunch of troops. Germany's already selling electronics to Japan, and Italy's yet to do any trades. Same with the UK and France. I have to say, Germany's really fast in this game, or this round. I mean fast, they've done their trades, they're about to finish their second playable off, and they've sold electronics already. Just quite fast. Anyways, it'll be interesting to see what the second playable will be for France, as for many of the matches, France hasn't gone for a second playable, either taking Switzerland or Spain. Belgium has collapsed. Germany's finished their second playable. Time it took UK to finish one playable, 2 AI countries, took the UK one. I have very good English. So far, Germany still hasn't gotten consumer goods, which is, well, it's quite unusual, but I'd say that they're working on it. Yep, they've gotten a fertilizer factory, and a mortar factory, a steel factory, and yeah, an electronics. They only require, well, they just need to build the civilian factory now, and they've got consumer goods. Consumer goods give a pretty hefty 25% stability. It seems as though the UK is going for Denmark. They still haven't declared, and they're too close. Might screw them over a bit, though we will see. France is almost done with Spain. And yep, the UK is taking over Denmark. It's taking over Denmark. Italy's just casually attritioning in the Algerian deserts. I wonder if they know that they could force the peace deal and just select all the cities. Not have to waste all these troops. Just attrition in the arid deserts of Algeria. Well, it seems they've done that. Except they haven't finished off Algeria. Good job, Italy. Good job. Oh, I presume that is a consumer goods factory on there. Yep. France is training the troops. So far, we haven't seen a single tank, artillery, or naval unit. However, I'm pretty sure we will see those in 2021. As players don't usually make those luxury units until the very last second they have to, so that they do not have to pay for the upkeep along the way. It's a rather common strategy, but it's quite effective in preserving your economy. So far, no ideology. France has finally finished off Spain. Yeah, we're just gonna lose little islands down there. UK has finished off. Well, it's almost finished off Denmark. And France is now invading Morocco. I don't know why they decided to put all their troops up here, but I guess they don't really want a fast and swift victory against the Moroccans. Let's do invasions for the UK, 2 invasions for Germany, still looking for the last Italian invasion, and France has done the 2 invasions. Alright, smooth sailing so far. That's pretty good. So far the populations are actually pretty balanced between the teams. However, it is good to note that Italy still hasn't done their second AI invasion, which means that they could very easily tip the balance. Right now there is a 200 million pop difference in favor of the British team. So far the UK has more troops in Belgium and Denmark than Germany has in their entire army. Unfortunate to say the least. Italy's having protests and they're not following the artillery limit. 1. I don't know what the French guy is doing. It's interesting. Psychological warfare? I don't know, man. Oh, Italy's invading Tunisia. Wow, okay. France is losing quite a few troops to the Moroccans. Unfortunate. I really hope you cannot hear the background dog. Oh, it seems as though the British have finally made some artillery. The French just created units. However, I do have to say, they did not make enough units in these 3 cities, which means that they likely do not have a lot of manpower. Oh, we finally see the first naval unit of this round, made by the Italians. It was a submarine, accompanied by a destroyer. Congrats, Italy. Congrats. I'm trying to do a soft clap. Not very easy. They finally allied each other. I was getting a bit worried that they forgot that. It'd be quite a bit awkward if they weren't allied until the war. Anyways, that would be the end for the ongoing war. Oh, they got lucky. Anyways, Italy is still yet to make more troops. Considerable amount of troops. Most of their army is down in the Algerian desert. And France is lining up like around, I assume that is 500k troops, once they've all reinforced. The Germans have made a whole bunch of troops, and now they're just gonna merge their 360k. Oh, no, they spotted that. Good job, Germany. They almost wasted all that training. The UK is like 280k troops just bombing in Denmark. They have a lovely navy of 1 destroyer. While Italy has 3 destroyers. Good job, Italy. Yes. They didn't make a foreign Turin, though. Interesting to say the least. The British are making some more destroyers. And the Germans finally made their artillery. France has made their artillery, and the UK has made artillery, but it's not the full limit. What Italy has made... Oh, France has made 4 destroyers. Well, that outnumbers the Italians, which essentially means if Italy... Do you mind that if Italy loses the naval war, then they're likely going to lose in the Alps. And all of Italy, too. Seems as though Italy's getting ready to invade French Morocco and maybe even French Spain. I don't think the British realized that they could just create troops in Belgium instead of having to make them cross the channel. But, like, it is what it is. Fun fact. Making troops go over water increases their upkeep by 2 times. Alright, it seems as though the UK and Italy are neck and neck in terms of ranking, and Germany is leagues ahead of everyone. It's worth noting that the UK has less pop than Italy, and since Italy has gotten some unrests in Algeria recently, probably implies that Italy ain't doing too healthy in terms of the stability department. Italy finally made some tanks up here in Milan. Nobody else has made tanks. Which is rather unfortunate since tanks are really overpowered in the early game. This is because they are practically undefeatable unless you have anti-tank weapons, which do counter tanks, but are very effective if you have max infantry damage as well. So far, we haven't seen any fortifications, which is quite unusual since forts are usually made to help defend. It is either people forgot that forts exist, or they're too broke, or they just think they're gonna be on the offensive. Either way, they don't have forts. Italy has made 1k tanks. Quite fancy, I have to say. I'm not sure how fast those tanks are gonna be. In the mountains and mountains and hills of the Alps. So my mountains are here. Here. It seems as though Germany has spread out their defenses quite a bit, and it seems as though they will be focusing on Denmark, and they will push them out of Denmark in order to deny them the pop and the flank. So far, nobody has changed ideologies, which is unusual to say the least. However, it does imply that people are either going limited or are getting policies. That is an ouch. Only Germany seems to have consumer goods. Italy, France, and the UK don't. Which is 25% stability that they are missing out on. That 25% stability can come in handy, frankly. It seems as though Germany has split their artillery and they're sending some over to the French border. They still haven't made the West Wall, though. Italy so far has broken the artillery limit and the destroyer limit, however they have complied with the artillery. The troop limit seems to be quite stable, however the British team is losing quite a bit, and Italy has just given up Turin. For no absolute reason. Also, may I just simply say that Italian artillery is going to get sniped very quickly. And they seem to have followed the destroyer limit, by deleting their destroyers. Not very effective, but still better than getting a strike. To say ouch, these casualties really aren't that good. Kind of horrendous. The German team doesn't have to create more troops. The UK team will just kill most of their troops and bring the limit and bring the okay. Ouch. Seems as though Germany has reclaimed the Netherlands, and they still haven't pushed into Denmark. They've moved their artillery down into the Rhineland from Denmark, and Italy's now pushing with artillery as well. That took a while. However, got to see they ain't doing too healthy. The UK is accepted. See, this is why you would like forts. If you had a fort over here in Brussels, then this probably would have been a British victory. The French are just casually ramming 100 Ks into the German stack. Not the most effective way of combat, but what can you do? And now the British are ramming into the Germans. However, the British got saved by... Basically what happened is that the troops over here made the troops that were over here all merge onto there. The British were given one last save and they didn't take it. Real shame. As expected, the Italians have just taken over Morocco, denying the French a lot of their population. Quite a good chunk. However, the Italians lost the naval war and are not doing too healthy. They've lost the mountains and are now getting pushed. However, they could snipe the French artillery very easily if they were to just split their stack and push them over here. However, they are not doing that. In France isn't accepting the ally request. For God's sake, France. It's literally just click a button here and another button. I'm gonna ping them. Oh boy. 195k German skulls. Oh boy. Seems as though the German Navy is doing pretty good. And the British are withdrawing, or they moved back deeper into the Netherlands. And Italy's suffering. Paris has been taken. France just keeps spawning in 10Ks. However, they are taking quite a few losses. Holy. 3.2 million and 1.6. It's literally a 2 to 1 kill ratio. Jeez. And the Italians are now rushing into Madrid. Attritioning on the way there. And the French are so incompetent they can't even accept an ally request. Lovely. The Germans... Oh, well, that was an interesting naval battle. I was gonna say that the Germans were gonna... Rome has been taken. Okay, this is a rather weird turn of events. Paris has been taken, but so has been Rome. And Italy is now just casually auto-capping French, Spain. Okay. The last bits of the trained British army are over here in Denmark. Just bobbing. The last bits of the total Italian army are auto-capping French, Spain. And now France is just having rebels. This is what happens, kids, when you don't have consumer goods. You just die. I have to say, it would not be very hard for Germany to just take over London. It seems as though Italy has realized that auto-capping with literal 1Ks is not going to work, and now going to auto-merge their troops over in Madrid. To say the Skull German destroyer is probably shredding the UK troops. And well, that's it for the... Oh, the British have retreated out of Denmark. They're moving their last bits of their trained army over into Scotland. However, I fear it is not enough to save London. Oh, no. They're spawning in more troops. The Italians. Actually, no, the Germans have retaken the Italian capital. This is literally World War II. Germany steamrolled through the lowlands. Italy is just casually dying while doing useless things in Africa. This is literally Hoi 4 in single player. I know he's the team leader, but like still. There's naval supremacy in the Mediterranean, however, no naval supremacy in the British Channel. Oh boy. France would be in debt, and the UK has just surrendered. Alright, let's the Conquista-Roars have won. They're just a casual exchanging GGs, and the UK capital of London has just fallen. Conquista Roars have won. I have to say that was a well fought match. Germany did really well for what, and Italy did. If Italy didn't lose the naval war, I betcha that they would have held the mountains. Yeah. However, the Italians had to delete half of their navy due to the naval limit being taken over, and they were not able to delete one destroyer in time, so they decided to disband 3 or 2, which made France win the naval battle.